and this is over. Dorture is in there. Look at Lu Dort. He is all over the place here on Ingram.
Ingram against Dort. What a matchup between them.
And this is over Dort. Dort has done an incredible job defending Ingram over Dort.
He is blowing up screens. He's not allowing himself to be screened.
Dort. Lu Dort. Dort. Look at Dort. Dort. Ingram into Dort. Lu Dort.
There's another good matchup as there is Ingram just getting completely smothered by Dort.
Last season, the Oklahoma City Thunder and New Orleans Pelicans met in the first round of the NBA playoffs, but what many fans remember most from that series was Brandon Ingram being sent to the Dorture Chamber for 4 straight games. Brandon Ingram has played a total of 10 playoff games in his career. Of those 10 games, 4 out of 5 of his lowest scoring playoff games came against the Thunder, with Lu Dort as his primary defender. To put things into perspective, Ingram in 6 games against the Suns in 2021-2022 averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists on 48, 41, 83 shooting splits, while also being a net positive for the Pelicans in the series as a +5. But against the Thunder, almost all of those numbers took a significant dip, going down to 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on 35, 25, 89 shooting splits, while also being a -44 in the series. So do the numbers above truly reflect how impactful Dort's defense was on BI? Was this at all more narrative than reality? I did a deep dive into the film from this series to find out for myself how Lu Dort sent Brandon Ingram into the Dorture Chamber. Before JJ Redick was coaching LeBron James and the Lakers this season, he and LeBron partnered on a podcast called Mind the Game. In an episode recorded during the playoffs, JJ asked LeBron his thoughts on approaching a series against elite defenders similar to Lu Dort.
I wanted to ask you, as a primary guy, what does it feel like going into a series, knowing that you are going against a Lu Dort that's just going to be in your shirt? He's not going to concede switches.
I think anytime you're going into a series with a defender that's capable of Lu Dort's skills, if I'm in a pick and roll, you tell your big, you got to screen him. Yes, he's going to try to fight through it, but I need you to screen him. Get him up off of me for a little bit.
Lu Dort often is so connected to his man that he becomes borderline impossible to screen in on-ball actions. And even if you do make contact with him, a lot of times he's just going to blow the screen up completely and carry on with the possession like nothing happened. To LeBron's point, the Pelicans definitely tried to screen Dort and did it to minimal success against him due to his stubbornness, effort, and downright refusal on most possessions to concede a switch. He does a great job of navigating screens, being able to instinctually read whether his best path back to his man is to go under or over the top and chase Ingram downhill and contest his shot from behind. As much as defense at the NBA level can be incredibly complex, the easiest way to not let a guy score is to not even let them touch the ball. Lu did a great job of denying Ingram and deterring his teammates from looking his way by consistently closing off passing lanes. That same stubbornness that Lu displays refusing to concede a switch, you can see on these denials where he will at times just full-on face guard Ingram in a way that indicates to all the other Pelicans to not even try it when they look BI's way.
Hey! Unlock the thing! Take the chain off!
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of play time.
Although Lu, for the most part, played Ingram straight up throughout the series, he was also able to create his fair share of turnovers. He was handled jumping passing lanes on entry passes to BI and taking charges on possessions where Ingram tried to match Lu's physicality. Dort also did a great job of funneling Ingram towards help on the perimeter, where Thunder defenders could blindside him for steals, as well as directing Ingram on his drives to the rim at angles where Chet was able to erase any shot attempt near the basket. In these one-on-one matchups, Dort does a phenomenal job of getting up and into Ingram's space and not giving him hardly any breathing room to operate within. Ingram has a distinct height and length advantage over Lu, but Dort is able to neutralize that advantage through his superior strength. If it wasn't hard enough to move him already for Ingram, Dort does a great job of really getting low and planting his feet in a way where Ingram can't move Dort hardly at all in the post. Even when BI is able to get shots off, they're usually against great contests from Dort, who's aware that he isn't going to block most of these shots, but he can still affect BI as a shooter by getting a hand in his face. I can't imagine this was a fun series for Brandon Ingram or one that he really wants to remember by any means, but this possession really encapsulates the strain that Lu Dort can put on offensive players. Ingram, in this possession, is finally not only free from Lu Dort, but also really any Thunder defenders within his area. Unfortunately, his teammate is unable to find BI in the corner, and you can almost feel his frustration through the screen.
A glazed look in the eyes. Look carefully at the "I really wish I weren't here right now" button.
Even in the rare possessions during the series where Dort wasn't in the game or cross-matched with a different Pelican, that didn't mean things were any easier for Ingram. The likes of Kenrich Williams, J-Dub, Shea, and Casey Wallace all did a great job during their stints on BI as well. They couldn't replicate the exact style in which Dort defended Ingram, but OKC's other defenders did a fantastic job in forcing tough shots and generating turnovers off of Ingram. Those same tough shots forced, along with constant turnovers that Lu Dort and the other OKC defenders frequently generated, were able to be converted into quick and instant offense for OKC. The Thunder last year and so far into this season have made a habit of creating havoc for opposing offenses when it comes to takeaways. Unfortunately for Ingram, he was the target of a lot of these attacks and swarms from Thunder defenders. As much as Lu did put the clamps on BI in this series, Ingram was and still is just too talented of a scorer to completely shut out for 48 minutes, let alone 4 games straight. Ingram is a skilled scorer, tough shot taker, and tough shot maker, and there are times when great offense is just too much to handle on certain possessions, even with how well Dort was defending him. As the series went on, the Pelicans used Ingram more and more off the ball, coming off screens, which are a bit tougher for Dort to navigate through. These small windows of time that are bought through these actions can make all the difference between Ingram getting off a clean look or one that is heavily contested. The Pelicans also utilized a fair bit of dribble handoffs to Ingram where Larry Nance could drop the ball off to Ingram on a tight angle that made it harder for Dort to make his way around screens. But what do you think? Was it more good defense from Lu, bad offense from Brandon Ingram? What do you think you will remember most from the Thunder's sweep of the Pelicans in 10 years? Let me know down in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making fun Thunder content like this for all of you. And as always, until next time, thanks for watching.